What's up guys, we're back here at Superior Products and today we've got a project for you. So this Infinity is in the shop because it would appear that a brake pad exploded. So today we're gonna get some juicy content for you. We're gonna show you the iron remover, Purple X, which is the dilutable iron remover from Superior Products. And then we're also gonna show you a combination of pre-treating with an acid before using your iron remover. So we're gonna work on the paint, and we're gonna work on the wheel that's most affected, and we'll show you some of the results. Check it out. All right, so this is the side that we're gonna work on. This door panel, you can probably not see it very well in the light, but if you run your finger along, there's quite a bit of kind of orange dots in here. And when we add the iron remover, you're gonna see it change to purple, and that's the iron remover reacting with the brake particles that are in the paint. And on this door panel, it's actually a lot smoother, which we pre-treated with acid. So we pre-treated with acid, sprayed it off, and then we're gonna add the iron remover and we'll show you the side by side. So that's pretty bad. That's like one of those memes that we say, show me a photo you can smell. Iron remover, if you've ever smelled it, smells like eggs, and it's reacting pretty well to the panel that we didn't pre-treat. That's a panel I didn't pre-treat, but both of those I did. You know, very little left on this compared to that entire thing was covered. So all I'm doing now is just agitating it, making sure it's getting in contact with anything that's stuck on the paint. Like that iron remover took off the majority. I only see like a couple spots. Versus over here, if you put another layer of iron remover, you can see there's still a lot of stuff stuck in there.
So what do you recommend then to get that?
I think if you're in a situation like this, pre-treating is probably the best option if you have the availability of an acid like wire wheel cleaner. I diluted it 1:1. That takes off kind of the top layer, and then when you put the iron remover on, it then takes the rest of the bottom layer off, and you're left with kind of a clean panel. This is probably going to take 2 or 3 rounds of just an iron remover if that's the route you want to go. You're going to use more product that way, and it's obviously less efficient and effective. The brake particles are super hot, and so as they break and get into the air, they almost melt into the clear coat, and just by a wash they don't come out. So you have to use an iron remover or clay bar, clay mitt to take them out of the clear coat, and that's what we're trying to do today. On the panel we didn't pre-treat, we're going to put some acid on it. Let that sit there on there for about 30 seconds. If you're a mobile detailer or a guy who's doing this in your driveway, you want to make sure that this doesn't dry. So 30 seconds is usually pretty good. So the last step I'm doing here is using a fine clay bar just to take anything else that the chemical didn't take off. This is just kind of that last agitation mechanism to get any of the last remaining contaminants out of the paint. So I sprayed it down with Iron X just to make sure we loosened up any of the remaining particles. Sprayed it down with cherry foam to get another layer of lubrication. And then with your clay bar, all you're going to do is just rub it lightly back and forth. And you're going to feel when you hit spots that are a little more sticky than others, you'll feel it picking up those particles. This is good for brake dust, any kind of contamination. You can even use a clay bar for road tar. Typically, best practice if you're going to clay bar, you always want to follow up with a polish.
It's not required, but since you're really agitating the paint itself, there's going to be some light marring on the paint. So I'm not going to do that today. Since this is a white car, you're not going to really see a huge difference. But if you've got a black car and you're doing this too, you definitely want to follow it up with a polish.
All right, so we worked on our paint. Next, we're going to work on these wheels. So this is the worst wheel that actually had the brake pad explode. And what we're going to do is show you again the 50-50 on using an acid as a pre-treat, and then the purple X on the other side, just standalone. We'll look and see the reaction, and then we'll see which is more effective. So the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to work on this side first. I'm going to pre-treat this with acid. Make sure you get it into the barrel as well. And then on this side, we're just going to go purple X only. And you're not going to see the acid react. It's going to loosen everything. You will see the purple X react, and it'll turn purple pretty instantly. Like this is so caked that it's not gonna eat through it in one treatment because it's so baked in on there. So our thought here is that we're gonna pre-treat to take that top layer off, and then we'll come back and put the purple X on top to take the rest off. So you can already kind of see the side we treated with acid without any agitation. Prior to, if you look in this spot right here, there's a little bit of caked on piece, but like even in here, this piece is pretty much already gone. I don't anticipate that it's gonna be one and done. It's gonna take several rounds of cleaning this, considering how bad it is. See the chunks falling off right in here where the acid's taken in. Let's just our tire here. So taking a look, I mean, both were pretty effective just as a first treatment. Looks like the acid ate through more than the iron remover did. You can see like this spot right here, you can hear it, it's still pretty caked in. Down in there, it's still pretty caked. Do it again with purple X on this side. We'll do our acid on this side again. We're just gonna let this soak.
Round 3.
Well, you know what time it is. Not a superior product video without the true king coverall tire dressing. So now that we've got the wheels and tires cleaned, I'm gonna touch it up with the final step, a little bit of dressing. All right, so there you have it. You saw a real world example of using both the acid and the iron remover from Superior Products. So the benefit you're gonna get with Purple X is that it's dilutable. So you're gonna buy 1 gallon and can dilute it 1 to 1. So you'll actually get 2 gallons out of it. In an extreme case like this, you're better off trying to pre-treat with an acid and then following up with your iron remover. But if you're just kind of doing a once a year maintenance or just a normal decontamination, Purple X would be perfect for not only removing the contamination, but also using it as a clay lube. So there you have it. Hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you next time.